What's up, people? I'm Chibuzo Nwachukwu. Over a dozen US military veterans were kicked out of hotels in New York City. This move was made following the arrival of a busload of 60 immigrants per New York City Mayor Eric Adams. The purpose of the riddance is to replace those veterans with the illegal immigrants. This stems from the fact that the hotels make barely less than $90 per night housing veterans compared to nearly $190 a night for housing immigrants. The hotels include the Crossroads in Newsburg, which is located in the town of Newsburg. I'll roll the clips now.
This week, New York City Mayor Eric Adams bussed migrants out of the city to upstate New York. But we are monitoring a ripple effect tonight. A group representing homeless vets say veterans are now being kicked out of their hotel rooms to make room for the asylum seekers. News Nation's Kelsey Kernstein is covering this story for us. And Kelsey, you're learning this is all coming down to money.
Yeah, Natasha, it really is a mess. And according to reports, like you said, it is purely profit driven. So these hotels that take in asylum seekers as guests, they actually make at least $100 more per night. That is reported than they do housing our homeless veterans.
This weekend, more than 24 United States military veterans were kicked to the curb by hotels in suburban New York City after a busload of 60 migrants were sent to the town of Newburgh by New York City Mayor Eric Adams.
It is the irresponsibility of the Republican Party in Washington for refusing to do real immigration reform, and it's the irresponsibility of the White House for not addressing this problem. Brownsville, Texas, El Paso, Denver, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, we should not be burdening the weight of this problem.
The Crossroads Hotel in Newburgh is just one of several hotels reportedly booting homeless veterans to accommodate incoming migrants. It's reported these hotels make close to $190 a night housing migrants, compared to just $90 a night housing vets. State Assemblyman Brian Maher, a Republican who helps rep Orange County, said, shining a light on this is important because we need to make sure these hotels know how important it is to respect the service of our veterans before they kick them out of hotels to make room. Sharon Tony Finch, YIT CEO, addressed the issue with News Nation, saying, quote, many of our homeless veterans were informed that they had to leave their temporary housing. Thankfully, my team and I were able to scramble and find new temporary housing for these veterans. It wasn't just military veterans kicked out of their hotel rooms, but several wedding parties are reportedly scrambling to find new venues or canceling their wedding altogether after these same hotels chose to house migrants last minute rather than keep previously scheduled wedding party guest reservations.
Now, we've also reached out to the Crossroads Hotel as well as the Super 8 Motel, but they have both declined to make a comment. Natasha?
Okay, Kelsey Kernstein, thank you so much.
What an honor. What a way to honor people that fought for this country. They were paid by being thrown out of the hotels just for the money. This is very greedy and disrespectful. It's really unfortunate that such a thing would happen. I would put the blame on the US government. President Joe Biden, like previous Democrat presidents, brings in immigrants illegally, people that did nothing to justify living in the USA, instead of focusing on homeless people on the streets who have the right to be in the country. There are a lot of homeless people on the streets now, which is one of the reasons the USA is now reportedly a third world country. Those people need to be taken off the streets. They need to be housed. But the Biden administration doesn't care at all. Yet, those veterans who were working to reintegrate with the community were thrown out. They fought for the country, and this is the way they got paid. They were thrown out for the illegal immigrants who never earned the right to be in the country. I wouldn't be surprised if all the veterans voted for Biden to dethrone Donald Trump. If they all did, then they certainly want to vote against whoever the Democrat nominee is. I've noticed the veterans were important when they fought for the country. They were also important when Biden ran for president. But now he is the president. Like blacks, they are no longer relevant. How sick it is, how disappointing. I advise you, veterans, and the others serving the country, you definitely do not want to vote for the Democrat nominee at the presidential election. You don't even have to be a Republican to vote against the Democrat Party. If you have a problem with Donald Trump because of the piece of garbage he is, then I suggest that you vote for someone different. Do something to prevent Trump from being the Republican nominee. Then you vote for whoever is the Republican nominee instead of Trump. Vote for that person and make sure that Biden does not get a second term. Don't even vote for the Democrat nominee if it's not Biden. Tell me what you think. I would appreciate you liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.